Where there is growing, there will be growing pains. Let's talk about it. Hey everybody, it's Rosemary Lewis, your educator agent with eXp Realty, and today we are going to continue our series talking about Prosper ISD if you are considering relocating or you're already in the Prosper area. But before we get into it, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. That way, every time I post a video, you're gonna know about it. And y'all, I honestly, I appreciate so much that you all are sharing these videos, especially within the community where I serve in far North Dallas. I love it when I see you all, you are waving like, hey, you're my homegirl. And that's why I'm here, just to give you information, to give you food for thought, to help you think through what's gonna be the best fit for you and your family. And I cannot thank you enough for all of your thumbs up, for your likes, for your comments, and for subscribing to the channel. So let's talk about these growing pains with Prosper ISD. In case you've been under a rock, you may not have noticed that Prosper has grown a lot in a few years. I moved to Texas in 2014, and I remember I moved a little further south. We were in Frisco, and I remember thinking that Prosper was like the country, even though it was just a few minutes up the street. Well, Prosper had a lot of potential, and y'all, a lot of people saw it, and it is growing rapidly. I myself have become a resident of the area, and it has, just been great for my family, but there have been some growing pains, particularly in the school district. Now, we know that school districts are a big draw for people who are looking to relocate or even just to invest in general. Generally, if you invest or you purchase a home in a higher rated school district, then that's kind of security for your property value, and Prosper definitely looks like they're delivering on that. If you want specifics about how the schools in Prosper are currently rated, I'm going to encourage you to hop on over to greatschools.org and just check it out. Just see exactly, if the numbers make sense to you and find out about the specific schools. But you might have to look at a couple of schools, and I'm going to tell you why as we talk about these growing pains. Here's a little statistic for you. I'm just gonna look down here right now. I told you that I arrived to Texas in 2014. And in the year that I arrived to Texas, the student population of Prosper ISD was actually 7,076 children. Well, just a few years later, y'all, I'm talking 8 years later, the student population of Prosper ISD has pretty much tripled in that amount of time. As of 2021, the 2021-2022 school year, Prosper ISD started out with 21,781 students. And we know, like, I'm a real estate agent, people move here every month and they enroll their kids here every month. So I would really think that that number has grown in just that short amount of time. Now, with the population growth, there's building all around us. There are new communities coming. What happens is that the school district has to open new schools, or they get to open new schools to alleviate and support all of the children, right? They need to alleviate the population at certain schools. Fortunately, as new schools are built, the zoning changes. And y'all, the uncomfortable part is that we can pretty much expect zoning to change year after year in Prosper ISD. Here is another statistic. In 5 years, remember right now I told you that we have 21,781 students. It is projected in 5 years, in just 5 years, y'all, that we are going to have 33,471 students. Prosper is also expecting a new 17 subdivisions, future of 7. I mean, I know we don't have a lot of inventory now, but it's coming. Come on. 17 subdivisions that will come, which means that new schools will have to be built in order to support those students. And as new schools are built, zoning changes, so children have to shift. I myself have been a part of that. I've been in my home, like I said, for 4 years. My son has been to 2 elementary schools, and now they are building a 3rd in our neighborhood. So inevitably, he will have to switch again. And I know as a parent, this can feel like a panic, like, oh my goodness, I don't want my kid to have to switch schools. And I've been there with you, but let me tell you, kids are resilient for the most part. And one thing that the ISD does, and by ISD, I keep saying that, you all might not know what that means. ISD means Independent School District, Prosper Independent School District. That was something new to me. We didn't have ISDs in Chicago, but I digress. So when my child had to switch schools, I felt like a lot of anxiety around it. And then it dawned on me, he's switching schools with all the other kids in the neighborhood. So a lot of his friends that he was familiar with, they all went to the same school with him. So it wasn't like he was the only one. Something else that the district does, and I think that they do this well, is that for each new school that they open with a certain percentage of teachers that were teaching already within the district. Of course, we're hiring new teachers, new talent to come and support our kiddos, but I do feel good to know that you have teachers that have been with the district, they know our kids, they know the structure, and then they are going to open the new campus. So these are just a couple of ways to alleviate the stresses that we have with the school zoning. Now, how many schools will Prosper have? Well, right now there are 14 elementary schools, 2 middle schools, and 2 high schools. Under construction, within the next 5 years, we'll add 8 to 9 elementary schools, another 2 to 3 middle schools, and another high school. Some of those are under construction because Prosper is opening something every single year, okay? So you may even see like a neighborhood. If you're thinking of a neighborhood right now, don't just assume that the school that the kids currently go to will be the school that your kids go to. Make sure that you are finding out all about the zoning so that you can figure out what makes the most sense for you. Now, if you're curious about what school your kiddo would currently be zoned to, go ahead and hop over to prosper-isd.net and you will be able to put in your address and figure out exactly what school your child will go to. And if you are new to Prosper ISD, they actually have a tab. If you look at the top right-hand corner that just says New to Prosper ISD, there is a ton of valuable information there that can help you as you are making the decision about what's best for your family. Now, if you made it to the end of this video and you are not subscribed to my channel, what are you doing with your life? Go ahead and subscribe. Okay, go ahead and subscribe, and please share my page with a friend if they are looking to move to the area or even sell a home in the area. I am here to help you figure out what will be best, here to serve all of your real estate needs. Talk to you soon.